So you're ambitious and know deep inside that you're capable of becoming successful. But there's a problem. You don't know where to channel your ambition and lack something that you can be really passionate about. Most people assume that ambition follows passion, and therefore they think that all they have to do is find a passion, and first then they can use their ambitiousness. But it's actually the other way around, because ambition does not follow passion. Passion follows ambition. Passion is not something that you are magically born with that just has to be found. Passion is something that's grown. This explains why questions such as, "What is your passion?" won't help you much, because you haven't grown any big passions yet. You cannot pick your favorite flower by only looking at the seeds, so how do you find your passion if it isn't even grown yet? Well, chances are that you may already do or have done something you're passionate about. You just haven't recognized it yet because you haven't developed it enough. So, let's find some indicators that can give you a hint whether you're passionate about something or not. Chapter 1. Indicators for passion. I'm sure you already know that passion is something you love doing. There's just one problem. Looking for something you love doesn't necessarily lead you to something you're passionate about. I love playing video games, but is that my passion? No. It's just a way for me to connect with my friends and relax. So, how can we differentiate between what we like doing and what we are passionate about? I like to look at passion as a higher version of liking. I mentioned earlier that I like playing video games, but that I am not passionate about it. How did I know that? I asked myself these two questions. Do I think about it even when I'm not doing it? Do I feel a sense of longing to return and an eagerness to get better? No, because I'm not obsessed with it. But at the same time, I think many people are actually obsessed with video games, even though they aren't truly passionate about it. So, to further define passion, we need to look at more than just obsession. We need to look at time investment and ask ourselves some new questions. Would I willingly sacrifice other things in life because it feels so worth it? Does spending time on the activity feel like a rewarding and fulfilling investment rather than a burden? If yes, I think that's a pretty good indicator for a potential passion. Chapter 2. Searching for your passions. Now we have 2 indicators for passion, but you still need to know where to look for them. Otherwise, it'll be like finding a flower that you don't know how looks in a flower field. But before looking for these indicators, you have to keep in mind that passion is something that's grown. The feeling of obsession and the willingness to sacrifice for the activity won't be very strong in the beginning. Those are feelings you will develop and grow. So, you have to give everything that sparks just a hint of those emotions a chance. You're awake about 16 hours a day. What do you do with your time? Something, obviously. You must be thinking about something, searching about something, watching something, or doing something. There's probably at least one thing that takes up more of your time than other things. One thing that you Google more. One thing that keeps circling in your head. Something that just happens without you consciously pursuing it or looking for it. Now, if nothing comes to mind, then think back to when you were a kid. You would just do things. You never thought to yourself, is this really what I want to spend my time on? You just did it purely from curiosity and excitement, because you enjoyed it. So, take a moment to think back. What did you from pure enjoyment spend your time on as a kid? Figure out if you more than just like it by using the 2 passion indicators from earlier. If you're still lost, try something as simple as searching on the web for hobbies. When you see something that sounds even remotely interesting, write it down. Chapter 3. Creation over consumption. Your passion has to stem from creation, not consumption. In the past, we had to do stuff to get dopamine. In most cases, that meant creating something. Building, growing crops, making art, cooking, but nowadays it's a little bit different. Dopamine can now come from just watching Netflix or ordering your favorite food straight to your door. It's very important to distinguish between the 2. Because one side can lead to a beautiful passion while the other can lead to a dark addiction. So make sure you're creating and not consuming. Chapter 4. Selecting your passion. As a kid, you just quit if you didn't like whatever you were doing. And the beautiful thing about that is, you tried. You tried it out even though you were uncertain whether you would like it or not. You didn't research every single thing about it beforehand, making you question whether to do it or not. You just tried, and eventually you probably found something you liked doing, right? So why do most people just stop experimenting and trying different things when they get older? Well, some are scared of being bad at it. Some are scared of being made fun of or being alone in a new community. But the truth is that no one will care. Only you. If you just start and try it out, you will save yourself from so much doubt, anxiety, and time. You have to engage in the activities that you think could be a potential passion. This is the only way you will find out whether it's truly something you're passionate about or just something you like doing. I don't have some secret method to select your passion. I have no clue what you like. So you have to take action and just give the activities you like a shot. Chapter 5. Don't try too many things at a time. You have a limited energy source. Picture this. You have one watering can that you can use every day. If you have 5 different plants to water, there won't be enough water for any noticeable growth. But if you have just 1 or 2 plants, there will be plenty of water and they can grow big and beautiful. Chapter 6. Is it all about the money? Maybe you have an activity you like but think that it's not a realistic option, or think that you can't get rich doing it. First of all, you don't have to do it full time. What's wrong with working a normal job with some cool people around you that you like and then pursuing your passion in your free time? Now, if you really want to live purely from your passion, I promise you there's more opportunities to earn money from it than you think. This is Bob. Bob is a skilled photographer who likes taking photos in nature. But Bob has never even considered it a career opportunity, because why would anyone buy exactly his photos of nature? What Bob doesn't know is that selling his photos is not the only way of earning money. What about sharing tips and tricks on YouTube or a blog and earning money through ads, sponsorships, and affiliates? What about creating an in-depth course on how to color grade photos? What about licensing photos on stock platforms like Shutterstock? What about selling calendars with nature photos in them? What about collaborating with adventure brands to take photos of their items in nature? This was just what I could come up with off the top of my head. If you seriously take your time and reflect on how you can earn money with your activity, I promise you will surprise yourself. Chapter 7. You've watched too many movies. Do you think David Goggins has enjoyed every single morning he has woken up early before everyone else and went for a run? Do you think Elon Musk has enjoyed every sleepless night? No. Some days just suck. Some days there are so many reasons to stay in bed. It's cold, it's wet, it's dark, it's warm in your bed. This is when you need to use your passion to drive you, to get you up. Because the moments of joy are created from the moments of pain. If you think you're supposed to be working 70-hour work weeks and sleeping in your office like Steve Jobs and loving every second of it, you've been watching too many movies. You aren't going to wake up every single day dancing out of bed because you get to go to work. It's going to suck sometimes, and that's okay. Remember that the harder it is, the less people will do it. Leave a comment if you have any questions. See you next time.